Can you take one of the most popular digital watches on the planet and somehow make it better? Well, if that watch happens to be a Casio 168, the answer is now yes. As SKXMod has now expanded their mod kits from the Royals and the Casios to now include the A168 and the F-105W. An old school, inexpensive, retro digital that just works. Both of which use the exact same module. Now, if you're not familiar with the A168, it's basically an upgraded F91W. It looks the same, works the same, but has a much better backlight. One that's more of an indigo style electroluminescence, where the entire display lights up, making this one potentially better than the F91. And here, now with those SKX mods, you can even further improve upon that, making perhaps the ultimate digital. Because what's so great about those Casios is that they are so cheap. Anyone can afford them. But that's also potentially what's bad about them, because they're kind of cheaply made. And SKXMod now sells a nice full metal case with a sapphire crystal, as well as bracelets, faceplates, backplates, all of which can turn your basic plastic Casio into something more. Now, if you didn't catch the promotional tag at the beginning, this video is sponsored by SKXMod, because they actually sent me 2 fully built watches and then the parts to do one myself, just so that I could do it and show you how to. So I'll first show you how easy it is to build one of these, and then I'll show you all 3 completed builds. And before we get too far, I should mention that these are not compatible with the F91W, even though they are pretty similar. I can't exactly remember the specifics, but it won't quite work with those modules. And I think that's something SKXMod is working on. So for the build, let's go over what I got here. Now, got their kit, got a donor watch, got a little pad for it to sit on just to keep it nice. Got some finger cots just to keep smudges out of the way. But let's see what's in here. Now for this, got a nice set of tools, and I will try to use all of those. Looks like some of the parts are in here. Looks like a face plate and maybe the back plate. Looks like some gaskets and some spring bars. And then finally, the case. Extra straps and bracelets in there as well. And one extra set of equipment. I'm getting old to the point that I might need some different glasses on. And step 1 is going to be getting the movement out of the donor watch, which should be pretty easy. Just get the right screwdriver, take the case back off, and get the movement out. Get the case back off. And the movement should just pop out. And even though I hate these little finger condom things, I'm gonna put them on just to keep smudges out. Step 1, get the case out. Actually, this would be step 2. But before you put anything in, you wanna make sure there's no dust and debris in there. So if you have some Rodico, get it in there, get cleaned out. Otherwise, just use some air. After that, let's get the faceplate. And the one I picked was this gray sunburst one. And again, you want to make sure that it's going to be lined up. So just sort of drop that in, make sure it's in the right way. Movement should just fit right in there. Once that's down, get the new case back, or use the old one if you'd rather. Before we do that, we should put a new rubber seal in, as well as there's also new screws. And putting the rubber seal in, I think, is actually one of the hardest parts of this whole process. But it is one of the most important ones to make sure that water resistance is there. And after that, it's done. Put a strap on it, put the bracelet on it, whatever you want to do. And just because it's quicker, put the strap on first, just so you can see what it looks like. Done. Sharp. And much better looking than the plastic. With that done, let's now go over the modded watches and what I think, starting with the silver one, which I think is actually my favorite out of the three. For this one, I went with a silver satin case with a gunmetal sunburst faceplate, and then a silver satin case back to match. Compared to the stock watch, with the mod it comes across as more simple, clean, and dare I say classy. With its size, it almost comes across like a dressed digital, which is kind of a crazy thing to think about. It's smaller, comfortable, and the display is very clean and simplistic, giving you exactly what you need at a glance, which is what people love about the F91, that it's an old school digital that just works. But I gotta say, I love the backlight on this version. It's really nice. Lets you see everything clearly, even in the dead of night. And like the Casio Royale version, this new case not only gives this watch a much nicer, substantial feel, but drastically improves the pusher response, making the entire thing feel like a nicer, more expensive watch, which it is now, since it has a 316L case, sapphire crystal, stainless bracelet, and on the silver and the black versions, there's also that scratch-resistant coating. The quality of the bracelet itself is also pretty good. It's an H-link style with fully articulating links, and a great taper. I did find some sharper edges to the clasp itself, but I think it's livable. And the only thing I really don't like here, and I think this applies to the next one too, is that the bracelet is a bit harder to put on than the Royales. I think it's just the design and the angle you have to hold it at when you try to put the end link in. Whereas with the Royales, it was almost instant. This one I had to fight a little bit with. And like the newer Royales, I'd love to see a quick release bracelet on this one, as it would make shifting to the rubber straps much easier. And as for the straps themselves, and this goes for all three of them, they're great. They're nice and flexible, and they fit perfectly into the case design. And when wearing them, they're much more casual as well as more comfortable than the bracelets, just because I think it's lighter. But don't discount the bracelet completely, because there are times you might want to dress digital. Maybe. Let's move on to the next one, which was one that SKXMod built for me. It's almost a stealthed out version, as I had them pair a black matte case with a silver sunburst faceplate, and then pair that with a matte silver case back, just because. And as you've obviously noticed through these shots, I did ask them to mod it with a negative display, which might have been a mistake. While this one is modded, just like most of the negative Casio displays out there, they are a pain to read. If you don't have direct light shining on it, or you're looking at it at the wrong angle, it just looks dark and blank. And while that may look cool with the stealthed out case, you do lose a bit of functionality, and I just don't recommend it. Ironically though, it does make reading in the dark easier, but that's a different story. And again, when it comes to the case and the bracelet, the same comments from the last one apply here. But this one is a bit more casual with that matte black case. And I think you could go even more stealthy if you wanted to swap that faceplate. Swap it to a sterile black and you're ready to fly under the radar. Which is sort of what I asked them to do for the third watch, where here it does have a glossy sterile black faceplate, but I paired it with a bronze case, just because. And then I threw on a matte black case back just for the heck of it. Now, I know this looks a little odd, but for me there's just something really cool about a bronze Casio. And I'm not sure I can explain it. Making something that shouldn't exist, with the old style case and the newer quartz module. Or maybe that is just a little bit steampunk, I like it. Either way, it's not for everyone. But I think there are some people out there who think it's cool. And it's been interesting to see just how the patina's been growing on this one. I think the sterile dial here was also a good choice, just because the module is so simple in this one that you don't really need anything on it to remind you of anything. Now, I do have one nitpick for the bronze case, and that's that for some reason the buttons feel stiffer compared to the steel. Not sure why, but it is noticeable. So, as you can see, it's a pretty nice upgrade. It's easy to do, gives the watch a nice premium feel, as well as it makes it a bit more durable, meaning that with one of these kits, it should still look good when that 10-year battery finally gives up. Now, one of the questions that always comes up is if this is really worth it. That the whole point of a cheap Casio is that it's a cheap Casio. Does it really make sense to spend another $150 upgrading a $20 watch? And the answer is probably not. But the thing about modding is that it's never really about adding value. That by modding something, you're never really getting a good deal, or you're never really increasing the value of something. Most of the time, it's honestly a money sink. But if it's not about value, what is it about? Well, it's more about the experience, the fun of it, and the fun of making something that's more you, more of what you actually want it to be. And that's really what's great about these cases, with this one as well as the Casio Royales. Whereas with the Royale, I've constantly said that it's a really cool design being held back by a cheap build. And by using one of these kits, you finally build a watch that's worthy of that design. And in both of those cases, you're also building something pretty rare in the watch world. A really nice digital watch. Other than some absurdly expensive G-Shock squares, I can't think of anything else quite like this that you could just go out and buy. And I think if the idea of a premium, well-made digital watch really appeals to you, then this is something you should look into, because it's really the only way to do it. Now, between this and the Royale, I do like the Royale better. I think it's a much cooler looking watch with a lot more functionality. But I gotta admit that these modded are a bit more comfortable with their smaller size, and especially on the rubber strap, as they weigh nothing. And then when you do throw on the bracelets, I think they look a little bit more sharper, maybe more elegant, maybe more classy. So perhaps think of the modded Royale as the tool watch, and these as more of a pseudo dress watch. They're smaller, they're simpler, they're cleaner, yet when done right, still look pretty sharp. Anyway, as usual, let me know your thoughts on these, on which of the three is your favorite, and if it's something you're interested in. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Shane, this is Relative Time, and I'll see you next time.